Hi. We'll be talking about how to send an account statement and ledger transactions to a customer. The process is same for both contacts and accounts. Contacts are B2C, while accounts are B2B.
So I'll explain you how the customer will get the email and the statement and ledger on his mail. So this is Matt Lewis. Matt Lewis will get this email. So if you look at if he as your customer opens this email, he'll see this beautiful statement summary. So statement summary is always at this date. Uh, so even if you have selected 26th of July 2025 and it is 26th of July 2025, had it been like 20th of July, you will always get statement summary, the latest statement summary. So 2,26,890 rupees is pending on Matt at this point of time. So this is the statement summary, and these are the various heads on which if he is liable to pay, uh, how much he's liable to pay, and how much if you also purchase material from him, how much you buy from him, and how much you owe to him. Coming down on the ledger part, so ledger transactions are filtered basis upon these dates. So if you look at between 1st of July 2025 and 26th of July 2025, in the sorted and the descending order on the date wise, these are the transactions. So how to read these transactions? Where you have got a payment number, that is, so for example, this and this. So these are the two ones which are, there is a monetary transaction. It's a credit or a debit, and wherever payment number is not mentioned, it's a parts or service sale or purchase. Okay. Now these transactions and entries pertain to your customers. So I have, at the end of the day, I have also given what these entries mean for your own business. So it's a purchase. That means a purchase done by a customer. So that means it's a sale done by you. So it's a just for reference. So, but because this ledger is made for you, so on 25th of July, against this payment number, 9,000 rupees was paid by customer to us. So it's a debit entry in his ledger, but it's a credit entry in your ledger or this business unit ledger. Okay. On 25th of July, he made a purchase of 9,720 rupees. So he purchased and a credit entry in his ledger, and that means as a sale entry in your ledger, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, how to trigger this uh, email is very easy. You go to your ledger and you can select any ledger for that matter. So, for example, let me select Matt Lewis once again. You go to flow and you will find this flow FL1 contact statement ledger outlook.com. On selecting this flow, it will ask you check first. So it's a store card refresh because you have seen that there is a manual check whether you have confirmed the store card, and you need to give the start date of from which start date to end date for which you want the transactions to be filtered. So let's say in this case we want to start from June 1st to July 26th, and you can also add emails at the very last minute separated by semicolon. So for example, you want to send this email to some more email IDs rather than the registered email ID. So this Matt Lewis mail ID is already registered under our system, so that's why you won't need to add any email at the very last minute. But if you want to add some more email IDs, you can always enter here and separate it by comma. You press this run flow, enter, and you go back to again Matt Lewis email ID, which is this. Now you see that you have got one more email, and this time the subject says it is filtered from 1st June to 26th of July. You open, you will, I mean, uh, by chance there are no transactions, but otherwise all the transactions from 1st June onwards he would have got. Okay. One thing which is very very important, that the transactions are the store card transactions are filtered basis upon whether the store card is closed in the closed stage. So when the store card is only in the closed stage, only those transactions will appear over here. And because payment does not have any status, I mean state code, that means any payment created on whatever date appears here. And for store card, only the closed status and the date on which that store card is closed is taken for the filtration purpose. Okay, so this date in case of a store card is basically on the date on which the store card is closed. Okay, so that means that store card was ready to be billed to the customer. Okay, so that was it.